This is steel, the muscle of a machine, the sinews of industry. And this is Dibert, Bancroft, and Ross, where steel castings have the stamp of quality because they're quality controlled. Quality controlled on every casting. A huge sugar mill tandem, completely designed, engineered, and manufactured by Dibert, Bancroft, and Ross for sugar mills around the world. Or an anchor chain bell mount for use by the marine industry. Quality controlled whether it's a pump impeller for the dredging industry or a giant gear to meet industry's needs. Quality controlled because this is what you want and expect in a casting, from start to finish, from order to delivery, from drawing board to reality. This is the familiar mark of Dibert, Bancroft, and Ross, or as it's commonly called, Bancroft. Behind this insignia is an industrial firm whose equipment, skill, experience, and know-how is unexcelled. This firm has served industry continuously since 1895 with steel castings that measure to every standard. Here at Dibert, Bancroft, and Ross, carbon and alloy steel castings are made with capacities of up to 18,000 pounds per casting. But there's also another kind of capacity at Bancroft, the capacity of a skilled team of experts who ensure that every casting has that built-in plus that you're looking for. That extra measure of energy and experience which ensures dimensional control to the castings, no matter what size. That added plus, which ensures machinability. That extra care, which gives every casting a surface finish that you want and expect. And of course, the metallurgical control, which is so vital in every casting. These are the four basic ingredients in every Bancroft performance. Dimensional control, machinability, surface finish, and metallurgical control. And these principles are in every Bancroft casting, every step of the way. Dimensional control begins here, in the pattern shop at Bancroft, as the concepts and specifications on paper start taking actual shape. Every casting is first shaped and patterned in wood. This is the first tangible step that the casting takes as it moves carefully on the path from drawing board to reality. And here is where dimensional control plays such an important role. The wooden pattern now starts to do the job for which it was designed and made. The pattern is placed in a steel flask. Then sand is rammed tight around it with a sand slinger or a molding machine. At Bancroft, this sand itself is quite a story. For one thing, it's a special kind of sand, treated and handled in a special kind of way. The method by which this processed sand is moisturized, bonded, and conveyed is necessary to produce the high-quality casting finish that is worthy of the name Bancroft. This sand is moved in a most modern manner. Another example of how Bancroft has the facilities as well as the can-do. Here the sand is being compacted into the mold by one of many buffer machines. Cores are here being placed into this intricate mold, the mold of a mill housing. These dry sand cores are baked overnight in core ovens before being placed in the complex mold. Steel is melted in electric furnaces for accurate metallurgical control. At every step of the way, the melter and the metallurgist are on hand. Quality is controlled by inspection and by instrument. In any foundry, one finds the flow of molten metal. The When you add the dimension of experience dating back to 1895, the metal becomes strengthened by more than just the metallurgical kind of alloy. At Bancroft, you can also count on a humanizing kind of an alloy, one compounded of skill, knowledge, dependability, pride, and results. When the metal is molten, refined, and ready, it is poured into a ladle. These ladles are then carried to the mold by cranes. Once in position, the ladle is tapped, and the hot flowing metal will meet the mold. Shakeout machines are now used to remove most of this sand from around the casting. Then, to increase the strength and ductility of the steel casting, it is introduced to heat treating. So into the annealing furnace goes the casting. This is a critical step in the process where experience plays an important role in the performance and longevity of each part. And with every annealing operation, there is proof in black and white that things went right. A sensitive recording device notes the scientific compounding of time and temperature. Quality control is an important tradition at Dibert, Bancroft, and Ross. We now see this company's modern, well-equipped laboratory. And here, just as important in some ways as the gleaming instruments, is a yellowing with age slogan that hangs on the wall of the testing lab. Its message, simple enough. One test is worth 1,000 expert opinions. At Bancroft, this message is more than a slogan. Rather, it's more like a philosophy, a way of doing things and doing them right. Quality control is a team effort with Bancroft, and the metallurgists, the men in the laboratory, lead this team by way of formula, measurement, test, and high standards. Microstructure is the important criteria by which you can determine the machinability, strength, and wearability of a material. And the results obtained by this extra quality control in Bancroft's microstructure laboratory are what you are looking for in a casting. Next comes the cleaning of the casting. Risers, sand, and scale are removed by burning, arc air, grinding, and by shot blasting to produce the superior surface finishes traditional with the Bancroft product. But before being shipped to the customer, castings receive a thorough inspection for dimensions and straightness. Bancroft also has the equipment for checking castings and forgings by magnetic particle inspection. by ultrasonic testing. And by radiograph. At this point, a reminder. In addition to steel castings, Bancroft has facilities for making gray and alloy iron castings. The superiority of its mill rolls has been known for many years throughout the world. Casting approaches its most delicate phase. Although to think of huge machines almost makes the word delicate seem a little out of place. In the machine shop of Bancroft, however, this is the case. Many tons of might and measurement team up to bring the product to size and shape with exactness that's measured by micrometers. Two words perhaps best summarize the Bancroft machine shop, where the skilled craftsmen guard their reputations like a treasured tradition. These two words: precision, pride. Every casting at Bancroft has that looked-for quality of good machinability, whether it's a hard-wearing alloy steel casting or an alloy iron roll. A new look has come over the Bancroft machine shop in recent years, and this has been reflected in one of the most completely equipped, most modern shops to be found anywhere. This Giddings & Lewis machine is the newest of 5 big horizontal boring mills at Bancroft. The machines are equipped to take advantage of carbide tooling. What this means is higher speeds to meet the most demanding delivery requirements and to bring costs down while keeping quality up. In the field of vertical boring mills, Bancroft can again point with pride. "54-inch and 39-inch diameter. Some of the other stars in shop would include the 2 new Rockford open-side. They are of the latest design, and this means high power. Of course, on hand, too, is a whole battery of lathes, ranging from to some which will handle up to 75 inches in diameter and 30 feet in length. Meanwhile, a battery of 3 large radial drills is also on hand to do the job. In another corner is another heavyweight. This gear cutter is made to cut teeth on gears of up to 13 feet in diameter with a 20-inch face. Strategically located in Louisiana, near the Mississippi River, major rail lines, and interstate highways, Dibert, Bancroft & Ross Company is in a position to render quicker and more economical service to customers. Bancroft's position in the industry will be enhanced soon by the construction of this new foundry with a giant capacity of up to 75,000 pounds per casting. This, then, is the story of Dibert, Bancroft & Ross Company, the artisans, technicians, engineers, craftsmen, and experts who add the qualities on which you cannot place a price tag. These are castings that you can depend on to meet your needs, They are castings that carry with them the Bancroft imprint. Dimensional control, machinability, good surface finish, and metallurgical control. Dibert, Bancroft & Ross is a good company in many ways. A company to work for, a good firm to buy from.